Derek just got his first regional top.
He looks like what's it called? One Punch Man.
One Punch Man? Yeah, for real. Okay. Speaking of one punches, all right, let's see this saucy fucking Labrynth deck.
Yeah.
I got top 4 playing Furniture Lab.
Vegas
Labrynth
Regionals.
Engine is very standard. 3 Ariana, 2 Lady, 1 Lovely, drew her a lot. 3 Storby Torby, 3 Chandelier, 1 Kuklok. I didn't go for the version that plays multiple Kuklok just because I'm scared that I'll draw Kuklok without these cards and I'll open like Kuklok, Lovely Driver, and then I'll just lose. So yeah, very standard there. For the rest of the engine, 3 Big Welcome, 2 Welcome, and the Field Spell, very standard. For the trap cards you search, D-Barrier, IDP, and Tezvia Root. This is for Purrely, the Fusion decks like Chimera. I played against Infernoble, that was good. IDP is for Rescue Ace Unchained, which is very scary. Terrors is for everything.
Do you miss Durmachan?
We were playing Durmachan for a bit. It's very good against cash, but the problem is it's kind of just only for cash. Like this is also, it hits Purrely, and then these two like cover everything else. So like Durmachan was really nice, but we just needed space. So we're like citing this before me and Durmachan, but we need space in the side deck, so we just made this cut Durmachan, and I didn't miss it. So.
Bro, what about Eradicator, bro?
Okay, yeah, we'll get there.
What do you mean we'll get there?
For spells, 3 Pot of Greed, 1 Call by the Grave.
The Call by the
That
Grave?
ain't Pot of Greed. Why call by the grave? Why call by the grave?
Yeah,
because if you open
Ash, is annoying.
Ash Bell, and then if you open the Furniture combo plus Call by the Grave, then they try to Ash the Big Welcome, and then you Call by the Ash, and then you open the card at hand, and you lose. For the non-engine, played 3 Skill Drain. This card should probably be banned. I won a lot of games where my hand was ass, but I had Skill Drain, and then I eventually won the game.
Bro, imagine
Skill Drain
not
was
playing
really
this
good.
card in Labrynth, bro. Imagine.
3 Imperm, pretty standard. 3 Ash Blossom, and then we played 3 Delta
The
Gamma
sauce,
Driver.
bro.
So Gamma Driver is pretty standard. I drew Gamma a lot. I drew Gamma more than I drew Delta somehow.
Must be nice.
It was very nice, very nice. Yeah, so Delta, in testing, Delta was insane. It is a very generic cantrip. It hits like pretty much every deck. Like it's good against kashtira, it's Theosis, it's Birth, it's good into Purrely, it hits My Friend and like all the quick plays. You can block the chains. It hits Rescue, it hits Emergency. So Delta negates activation. It doesn't negate effect. So you can't like, it's not as amazing as it could be. You can't like wait for them to pay for My Friend to activate it. You can't like wait for Dragon Link to Ravine, discard. Like you have to hit when they activate it. So so like Brand Diffusion is, you can only activate once per turn. So if they have 2 Brand Diffusion, you get 1, you know.
Yeah, you're really just talking about how bad this card is.
But it's very good against Rescue Ace in particular because Emergency is a use. So they can't activate a second emergency. It's good against the Chimera deck because they do their full combo, and then if they Chimera Fusion, you Delta, and then they have to have a second one. If they do, they do. But if they don't, then they're fucked.
Anything you changed in the main deck, you think?
Bro, we're still going through the main deck.
We're still going
through
through
the
it.
deck. Get out of here.
Yeah, Delta and testing was very good. I didn't draw it that much. The only time I drew it, I hit a Necro Valley, which was good.
Yes.
And then in the final round, I played against Rescue Ace, and it was very good against Rescue Ace. It had Emergency, which was nice.
Yeah, he beat the winner. He beat the winner with that.
No, I get it. So yeah, that was the main deck. Yeah, also Delta's like the most generic cantrip. Like before this could be Nib or Droll, but like there were some decks where those cards are just like worthless in.
Yeah.
So this like hits everything.
Yeah, no,
and also goes well with the deck because you're like taking control. And also it comes well with Big Welcome because you have this and Big Welcome.
They're like try to feather dust to your skill drain.
Yeah. Also because we're playing skill drain, it like protects the skill drain as well. Like,
Oh yeah, what I saw why I do too, I had to tell him to do it is you can bounce the driver, so you can just
Yeah. That's the drive, nice. Potatoes 3. Extra deck. The extra deck less spicy than the main deck. But there's a card in here that I don't see a lot of people play. Link Bravo for Ablade. I never got Ablade. 3 of this. I don't think I made this. 3 of this. Made this a lot. 2 Azalea. This was supposed to be 3 Azalea, but we couldn't get 3 Azalea, so we played 2 Azalea. This was mostly for kashtira. The idea is if you go second into them and they Rise Heart Pass and they don't have the Goliath, Ariana becomes an Rise Heart out. You just go Ariana, summon Lady, link into this, and then this pop a Rise Heart. This is the Lady, which kind of sucks, but and then obviously they could banish it, like they could have Rise Heart banish it, but then they waste a banish on like an Ariana or a Lady, so then you can just like set trap cards and it's fine. Yeah, so I didn't use this against Cash. I played against Cash. I didn't use it against Cash. I used it against Infernoble. He like set up. He like had a Cyclone pass, and I had like a Nib token and an Ariana. He has a Nib token, so I punched the thing, had Ariana. I linked him into this, popped the set card, which is Cyclone, and then I did furniture stuff afterwards. So it was really nice there to like pop this up. And also because you like you have like 3 spells in this deck, it always pops itself, which means it turns on like Gamma and Delta as well in hand. Yeah, I think this card's really good in this deck. And also it serves the same purpose as like Dingirsu does.
People
like,
not normally play this card?
I haven't seen anyone playing it.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's very
That's
good.
so
And
dumb.
also that's like the Grave of the Superhuman Organism as well.
Yeah.
And you can make this with like anything. You make it with Gamma Delta.
Card's good.
Phoenix, generic, never
The
made
third
it.
Azalea.
Omega for if you resolve Gamma or Delta. Lambda. I made this one time at locals, but then I never made it here. this for solo stuff, and then Dingirsu Zeus. This is mostly for Unchained. It just gives you more ways to get rid of their cards without popping them, which is nice. And then the side deck, 3 Lord of the Heavenly Prison. It's this over Striker Judgment, mostly because it just like synergizes really well in the Skill Drain deck because you can flip Skill Drain and then activate this. And then also it's an Insane Floodgates against Unchained, which is like maybe this deck's worst matchup.
Also, you just draw it with like big welcome or whatever, and then you just like
Yeah, it also opens like
eradicate
OTK strategy.
barrier
And also
stuff.
I like it against kashtira.
Well, it gets you like
in
any
particular
trap, like it's
as well.
like-
Yeah, it's also just more engine.
Yeah.
The broken traps to go with him are Eradicator, there it is, and then Full Force.
Yeah.
For spellbacks, and then for Baker's Soul, Unchained, random decks. 3 Nib, also for kashtira for combo decks for Unchained. I also decided the other reason I like the Lord a lot is for kashtira. I didn't like playing furniture going like second into kashtira because if they shift to you and then you have to like chain furniture, it's really bad. Because then if they have planet, they get to pop it. If they have Rise Art and a bunch of extra cards, they can like Rise Art banish it and still end on a 3-mana Rise Art. If they have a Cyclone or Feather Duster, they can just hit the trap card.
Talents you, bro.
For talent, yeah. So I didn't like chaining furniture into shifter. So I would actually, going second into kashtira, I would usually side out like 2 of each furniture and then put in lords going second. So you play less furniture, but then you play like the lords as replacements. And also because if we do the Ariana combo, to make Azalea and out the Rise Art, then we're already losing a lady. And if you're like every cash player I played against, they banish my Lovely off of Rise Art as well. So then you're down to like 1 lady. So this is just like another big monster that, if you flip Skull Drain, summon this guy, then it's like an alternate win condition if you run out of like big Labrynth monsters. We played 2 Droll. It was between 2 Droll and 3 of this, or 3 Droll and 2 of this. This was 99% here for Unchained. Unchained is a horrible matchup, so I wanted to play as many cards as possible. I didn't play against Unchained, thankfully. It also is good against like Tier, which is like another bad matchup, so that could come up. And I sided in once in the mirror, and then I used it and then he called by the grave. So it ate a call by the grave, so can't complain.
Shout out to Wyatt.
Then the last 2 cards were the Shufflers. I was iffy on these cards before, because obviously if you draw them without furniture, they're dead. But they're just good in so many matchups. Like they're good against Rescue Wraith, they're good in the mirror. They're good against Chimera. They can shuffle back all the stuff they target. They don't get the quick play. They don't get anything. Yeah, they're just good in so many matchups that they're just like worth playing with the risk. And yeah, that's the deck.
Got any shout outs, Derek?
Shout out to Jackson for letting me borrow his Full Force Virus.
Hey.
Shout out to Chris
That's
for letting
mine?
me borrow.
I didn't even know that was my Full
this
Force
Chaos
Virus.
Angel.
Until right now.
Shout out to Jacob for getting me Azalea. Shout out to Tarek for letting me borrow Mudcracker. Shout out to myself for flipping stuff.
All right, thanks, Derek. Congratulations.
Thank you.